It's your boy, Young Kyouma, aka Wintertime Kyouma, aka King Kyouma, aka Nick, and who are you?
It's your second host, Phable, aka PJ, aka the Day-to-Day Dawn, and what's going on? Welcome back to Tower Talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, in this episode, we get to redeem ourselves for another episode without Josh. The first one would have originally been episode 36, but that ended up getting corrupted.
Old.
Shout out to Mr. Ray yet again, meeting himself in our day-to-day lives.
Dude, it was just freaking. That shit was actually hooked. Because that was a good app. Like,
that
I was
was
like,
a great
bro,
app.
what the freak?
We talked
like,
about.
yeah, it's corrupted. I'm like,
yeah, and we just talked about what is it, like live action adaptations. We talked about that was like a big part of it.
yeah, it was a break.
It was live action adaptations, and then we talked about like old games for a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Which I would like to bring this up as like a small thing. I think it's a side thing I saw. Let me actually look it up to fact check just to make sure. Yes.
What's up?
So, I'm sure you heard about this. It is a little bit upsetting to me. Because you remember what happened to you with you finding out that Kingdom Hearts is on PC?
Yeah.
Happened to me with Uncharted.
Uncharted's on PC?
Uncharted's gonna be on Epic.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah.
Why they move him to Epic, bro?
I don't fucking know.
Dude, ain't nobody trying to do that, bro.
Reminds me of earlier I was in a call with Ben, Andy, Devin, and somebody else, and they wanted Andy to reinstall Fortnite to try out the Spider-Man shit, and he's like, sure, fuck it, because I want to try it. And
I didn't know he deleted it.
And well, he didn't delete it, but he hasn't like updated it or anything.
Oh, okay.
And he was playing and he was playing Call of Duty while he was waiting on them, and then he had to update, so he had to turn off Call of Duty to update. And then he started trying to update, and then they auto-signed him out of his account. And he kept trying to sign back in, and he couldn't remember the password, so he tried to make a new password. And so he tried to make a new password, then he put in a new password, and it said, cannot use one of past 5 passwords. He goes, what a shitty fucking company. Well, Fortnite, you would have flopped. he said, y'all got bankrupt, y'all make Fortnite. And then I was like, didn't I make Unreal Engine? And then he goes, I ain't gonna hold you, that one was a hit. He goes, that one was a hit. Andy's a fucking wild one, man. Andy's a character.
Boy, Bandy. Shouts out Bandy.
Yes, sir.
And
speaking of that group, next episode, do expect a visit from Old Saint Ben on the final episode of this season, which will be recorded because it's the Christmas special instead of
streamed. Yeah, that is freaking
yeah, episode 40.
That is 40.
This will be episode 39. So it's crazy that our episode being corrupted actually did lead up to like good like episode times, because that means that we get to drop episode 40 on the 25th.
True.
Which I'm not gonna hold you, podcasts will probably be on break for a little bit after Christmas, because I can only imagine that especially Josh will probably be busy for a little bit. So
yeah, true. We might want to take a hiatus.
Not like a hiatus. Not like we're not Hunter x Hunter, but like
like
2 weeks or something.
Yeah, like maybe like 2 weeks.
2 weeks or some shit. Like not Hunter x Hunter. Fucking
years. Not Attack on Titan.
Oh,
literal years.
That one should have stayed, if I'm gonna be honest. That should have stayed.
Oh man, don't do that to them. Don't do that to them.
He said don't do that to them. Oh, well, brother.
What's been up with you this week, man?
So I started streaming on the King Kyouma account this week.
How's that going?
I did the 24-hour stream to start off, and by that I mean I started off day one, first stream was supposed to be a 24-hour stream. Made it 5 hours in and went. I really did enter the stream on like 3 or 4 days without sleep. And then I started feeling tired, like, as I turned on the stream, and I was like, fuck. So I knew it was a matter of when, not if. And so I said, you know what? We did 5 hours a day. So here's what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow, I'm gonna regroup. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna regroup. I'll be back. Don't worry. So I went to sleep for like 4 hours. Got up at like 1 in the morning. And then at 3 a.m. that night, I started the stream back up. And Josh was there for a good majority of the I ended up streaming for 19 hours on that stream because 5 hours in the previous stream. Would have done a full 24 rather than copping out like that. But because I have problems focusing, because fucking stupid ADHD brain, I was just like, I don't even what the fuck I'm gonna do for a 24-hour stream. Like I started getting real, like, I don't know, I started getting real, like, I couldn't focus on shit and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, no, you know what, we're hitting 19. We streamed 5 hours before, so I'm gonna just dip after that. That went pretty well. It was fun. But
what did you stream?
So that was a little bit after Endwalker came out, which is the new Final Fantasy 14 expansion. So there was a lot of 14 in that stream.
Okay.
A lot of 14. I played a Bloodstain randomizer. There's a Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It's a game made by the guy who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's pretty good. And there's a built-in randomizer game mode that you can like fuck around with and like randomize stuff. So I did one of those, which I did end up like 2 days ago. I streamed another Bloodstained randomizer, and completed that. That was pretty fun. What else did I do on that stream? I did those. I know I played something else. I can't recall what it was, if I'm gonna be honest with you, but I think I played like 2 League matches that I popped the fuck off in, but I was just so like annoyed at League and like the fact that I couldn't focus and everything that I was just like, oh dude, this match was shit, you know, whatever. But then I like looked back at those matches and I said, hold on, what the fuck? I went like 11-1 and 12 on Tristana or some shit. I was cracked out of my fucking mind. I was like, what the hell? Looked up my match history. It was queuing me up against like fucking, I don't know, like gold plats. I was like, okay, I'll take that. But
what's your rank in League?
It's only like bronze, but my MMR is, again, like if I play pubs, I get put against like golds and plats a lot. I just don't play ranked that much because I don't have another person to play ranked with. Well, I have another person to play ranked with, but that nigga, and he'll hear this on the podcast, I'll give a fuck. That nigga, I cannot play League with him. I cannot play League with him, bro. I cannot. And it's not the person I was talking about before. I've talked about playing with Quay on the podcast before. Quay's chilling. Quay's fine. We just get unlucky matches. But I can play with Quay, you know?
Shit, you need to fucking play Siege with Quay.
I played Siege with Quay. I know. I get it. I haven't played Siege with Quay,
nah,
but I've played Siege with Quay.
Quay is actually good at fucking Siege.
Lord Tachanka
plays the worst fucking character. Like, dog, why do you still play this thing? He's out here using fucking Dokumi's machine pistol and fucking drop this goddamn turret in a corner, and then that nigga get dropped, and we're like, okay, so now they can use the turret against us. Great.
Sick. Nope, dog. I'm glad.
But I don't know, man. Sometimes people pulling up with that. Quay's like that guy who like in your crew.
Koi's the wild card.
He's the fucking wild card. Like, one minute you're like, dude, why are you using Dokubi's fucking machine pistol? The other minute he hacks all the cameras, freaking, and like, you could just hear all the phones ringing, so you capitalize on that shit. Not to mention he's already killed like 2 niggas. Like, it's like, dude,
he's a wild card.
Why are you not like this all the time?
It's because he's a goofy man. Sometimes he just be doing other stuff. He just he's just a wild card. Yeah. Which I don't know. I've mentioned this on the podcast before, like once I think, but I'm big into Payday, right? Like the lore and stuff. And there's this one character in Payday that Koi is very similar to. It's actually really funny. It's this character in Payday 2 who like gives you contracts and stuff. His name is Vlad. And he's like this old Russian guy that like got out of prison and left his or he's like Ukrainian, I think. He left the Russian mob because he ended up in prison because they hoed him. And so he's like this really funny, like carefree ass nigga, but like his missions are just the most vile, like fucking. The first mission the first mission he has you do in lore when you first meet him is also the way that he meets the crew is he meets them outside of them like doing a bank job. He meets them outside. He's holding their leader at gunpoint. And they meet him, and this is in the web series, actually. This is one of the only things from the web series that's actually canon. And he goes, he's like drinking while the rest of them walk out. He's drinking out a flask, and he goes, I want you to do some business for me, huh? And then they all look at him and they go, they're like, you know, put their guns trained on him, and then his men hop out of his car or whatever, and they start like all pointing guns at each other. He goes, we don't have to be violent now. he goes, how about this? You get in my car, we share a few sips of vodka, and we talk about a job, huh? And like he's just like this crazy guy. He's fucking insane.
He's got gunpoint to your leader.
Yeah. And then they're like, fuck it, whatever. And then he's like, okay. And then he, you know, it's his men stop pointing their guns at Dallas or whatever. And then fucking like they're all just chilling. And the first mission he has you go on in lore is it's the 4 stores heist, which is pretty easily all things considered. But there is no stealth.
It's just only guns a-blazing.
It's called 4 stores. There are 4 stores all placed next to each other, and you're just in the middle of the street gunning down cops going to each store and just robbing them fucking blind. Because they used to be fronts for him, but then they stopped working for him, so he's like, show him what happens when you stop working for me, yeah? Payday lore is so fucking fun, man. Because it goes from like, yeah, we're hitting up banks to aliens.
Oh, hell no.
Fucking cartels and
lol.
Fucking possible gods? Immortal Dentist. Played by the main villain of Far Cry 6.
Seriously?
Yep.
Huh.
He was the main villain of Payday 2 as well.
Interesting.
A guy named the Dentist. Turns out the entire time he was an immortal guy he was the Healer King is who he was. There were 3 kings. He was the Healer King. He was immortal. He's been around at least as long as like the 1600s? At least?
Well, dang.
Because there's like a whole bunch of like pictures taken from different time periods and like painted from different time periods, and there's always like this one figure that you can see the glasses tinted of in those pictures, and it's him. Because when you see him on like video feeds and stuff, it's always like he's always like blurred out, but his glasses are tinted. Very good villain, also. Great villain. Payday Lore. Payday Lore gave me the idea for a series. Fun fact. Not on Payday Lore, but a series where like I take somebody to class essentially. Just somebody I know doesn't know anything about the lore to a specific thing, and I give myself like an hour to explain in detail all of that lore.
Fuck no. We gotta continue.
And they have to they have to tell me whether I did a good job and they understand or not. Whether I was a good teacher or not. And the whole objective of the series is being a good teacher. Because I could also do that for Guilty Gear, One Piece, Payday.
Yeah, I was about to say probably One Piece.
Legend of Zelda, fucking Fire Emblem, fucking God. There's a lot of things I can do that. Metal Gear Solid, Halo. There's a whole bunch of things I can do that for.
All right.
So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
Speaking of, well, actually, no. You know what? Before we get into what I want to talk about, how about you? How have you been recently? Because I forgot that was what section we were in.
I forgot we were in that section too. It's all right.
That happens to both of us a lot. That's why we need Josh here.
Well, I mean, even whenever like we have Josh, I overextend like hella far. But you know, I mean,
content is content.
Yeah, you're right. Plus, we might edit this out. Who knows? We might shorten it.
Yeah, you never know.
But my week was last week at least. Was because I mean it's a Monday, so who knows?
Yeah,
it was pretty all right. It got a little bit more challenging toward the end of the week. Saturday, I think I woke up late Saturday, which we all know how that shit fucking feels. This whole like 9 to 5 work thingy, or 5 to 9, 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Yeah, because you get up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, no, it ain't no fucking 5 to 9. It's like a 5 to 3. But wake up early and then get off in the afternoon. It's okay, but it's not what I'm trying to do, but it's just the thing that you kind of have to do right now.
Yeah.
So work is kind of work. My weekend was pretty all right. Nothing really too like holy shit. I started working on a song. And I was supposed to work on it today, but had a lot upstairs, as I told you before. So,
yeah.
But I mean, that's not really an excuse. It's just like, yeah, I didn't really work on it.
Yeah, sometimes you need a break. It happens. I mean, the reason we're recording this on a Monday is because my fucking head hurt on Saturday to the point where like I couldn't even look at fucking lights, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, nah. Oh, what the fuck?
So I get that.
But
sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Like, it's different. Because I mean, right now I'm working on this song, and I think it's going pretty all right. I think it's going pretty good. And from now on, I'm not really concerned, like, with like, oh, I have to get it in a week, but like, I do have to. Right, I'm kind of just worried about completion, ultimate completion. That's about it. Like,
yeah,
am I gonna get this thing done as a whole? And not really like, am I, but like, we need to get this done as a whole. That's the end goal. Is just get it done.
Yeah.
There is no like, have it be of this caliber or like none of that. Just get the song done. Because the only way I'll ever get better or like be able to experiment with like different types of you know, songwriting processes, or like, oh, I have this really cool idea for a song, but I don't write songs that often, so I'm not really sure if I can, like, the only way to get out of that is to make songs.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes you're having fun doing it. And I understand where people are like, well, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. But it's like, that's not how it works all the time. If I'm being honest, I don't feel like there's like, if you were to ask anyone who's doing what they do professionally, I don't think there's ever a point where you 100% will always enjoy doing it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, while I do enjoy it sometimes, or like the vast majority of the time, it's like you still have to do the hard work hours, and sometimes hard work's not fucking happy. Like you don't enjoy doing like hours of shit. You know what I mean?
Would you say that equates to forced labor being necessary to make a good song?
No. Now that I was like, nah, but now I'm like, oh, but nah. I mean, like
forced labor on behalf of others.
Well, it said unwilling, like
yeah.
forced labor, and she was speaking of like unwilling, which I'm like, I'm willing to do the shit and I'm willing to not, enjoy these moments to maximize the enjoyment later on.
I don't know if I'd force my mixers to stay up fucking 36 hours.
I'm not being like, yo, my engineer, like, bro. Yeah. Nigga, you can't go to sleep. Like, the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, nah, this shit gotta be done, G. Like, huh? Like, what the hell? I mean, I can understand somewhat if it's like there's a deadline. Like, my thing is like, if there's a deadline and there's a deadline, and we all kind of agreed, like, hey, whatever.
But that is also the point of a team. Is that there shouldn't be a point where you have to have somebody staying up 24 damn hours to get that done.
I mean, yes, but okay, like let's say it's like with that whole thing, right? Like let's say you have like 3 good engineers and 1 like solid like S tier, triple S tier class fucking engineer, right? But you got like 3 other good engineers. And so like everyone's working on it and stuff like that. But it's like, if I have that triple S class engineer, like you best believe, and the engineer is just the guy who's in charge of the session, pretty much.
Yeah.
Your producer and your engineer, kind of the producer, engineer, artist, like the 3 most important niggas. But your engineer controls the session. So it's like, if you are the engineer and it's like, yo, we haven't been able to sleep, like, can we take a break? That shit is like, it shouldn't get to that point, I don't feel like. Where you are unable to take a break. I don't feel like that should ever be a thing.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, it's like, you do also have to realize that it's like, okay, like whenever Drake was like, I got 40 in the studio every night, late night, gotta watch that shit, don't want to make him sicker, that's my nigga. It's because like that's what that shit takes. Like, I'm not bullshitting. Like,
for sure.
It takes late fucking nights almost every night.
For sure.
So like, you kind of have to be, if you are the engineer of that project, like you kind of have to be aware of like what you're fucking getting into a little bit. Now I feel like if at some point this guy's like, yo, I need a break or something like that, you can't be like, nah, or whatever, shit like that.
Yeah.
But, I think there is a certain aspect where it's like, we kind of had to persevere.
Yeah, I mean, music's a passion project, so it's like.
But it's like, fatigue also plays a role. That's another thing that people don't like understand. So like, let's say y'all have been in the studio for like 8 hours and you're like, dude, I can't get like this mix to sound right. Y'all need to take a fucking break.
Yeah, it could hinder your judgment.
Well,
and also just listening to the same shit
listening to it over and over again.
Your ears aren't gonna be able to tell fucking anything.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to be like, okay, I don't know if we have already tweaked this hi-hat 40 times because it still sounds the same. All right, now you have ear fatigue. You need to fucking step away.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. But no, I understand. So like with me, it's just kind of been more trying to get a little bit more of my shit under control.
Mm-hmm.
My own stuff under control. God. You straight?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Like, not really trying to worry about other shit. And doing that's kind of hard because when you've worried about shit that you can't control for a bit, it becomes a habit. And trying to break the habit of not giving a fuck is kind of hard. Or like, not even just like, not giving a fuck is kind of too easy. Just like, it's like trying to break the habit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Like that shit's not easy. You have to literally train yourself to not look at those situations the same or, you know, like everything. But I mean, you know, it's a day-to-day thing, I guess. So that's pretty much how I've been.
Sick. That does
fucking Destiny 2.
Oh,
Destiny
my
2,
Lord.
bro. I got on Destiny 2 for a maximum of like 10 minutes the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm done.
You said this last episode, bro.
No. Nah. Because last episode, I said that I had been on there in 15-minute time periods, right?
Yeah.
This time it was 10. I did one activity. And this is when I was like, okay, I think this is a difference. I stopped myself from going to get a hand cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was going to look it up. And then part of me was like, do I even want to? I'm not even bullshitting. And it's IS Luna. It was IS Luna, and I was like, do I even really want to go get IS Luna? Like, I was looking up on YouTube how to get, and then I was just stopped. Like, I just fucking stopped myself and was like, do we want to, is this gonna get us anywhere? Like, we want to do this. Are we gonna enjoy going to get this? And I literally just was like
12 days straight in fucking Gambit.
Dude, I don't even think it'd be that hard because the game's super easy now. It's just like, am I gonna play this game? Probably fucking not. I'll go ahead and get this bit, satisfy my fucking gratification hunger, and then dip. Fuck it. So I just like backspaced all of it and was like, I'll do something else. And I went to go fucking work on my song more.
Good shit, man.
Like, I was just like, I think this is it. Because the Galahorn shit, like everything. I'm like, I think this is it, bro. Like,
see, so the concept of the Halo weapons and stuff is cool, right?
I got the battle rifle.
But my problem with it, with that, is
I'm not paying $25 for it.
Yeah, it costs money. You know what doesn't cost money? Halo Infinite. Multiplayer's free.
Plus, it's like, oh wow, congratulations, you brought back like some Halo weapons and Destiny-ified them and all that stuff for $25. Like Galahorn, the new dungeon, $25. They didn't change any of the shit that people were mad about.
I was gonna say, so you want me to?
Because of that, I was like,
spend $25 on these and then pay for
Witch Queen.
For Witch Queen, and then pay for the deluxe edition of Witch Queen to get exclusive content that's locked behind a paywall.
And I'm just like, bruh, y'all didn't listen to anything.
It's pandering.
Like, y'all didn't listen to anything. You were kind of just like, they'll buy it because they want the loot. And I'm like, I don't play this game enough anymore, so I'm done.
Yeah.
It hasn't been deleted, but like, the fact that I stopped myself from getting a hand cannon, I was just like, okay, this is how we fucking know.
That is what how we in know. The industry call cringe.
What? Talking about
Destiny.
I mean, apparently Titans. It's just like, okay, I think we freaking called it. I don't know if we called it on a podcast, but I know we've called this before where I was like, they're gonna nerf Titans whenever none of us want to play.
Yes.
And then next thing you know, this is like the first, to me, Titan specific nerf that I've ever fucking like remember. Like they nerf their exotics.
Other than Titan skating, which was a bug. So
yeah, exactly. But it's like they'll nerf like their exotics and shit, but they won't ever nerf them. Which they're like, okay, shoulder charge is not one tap, but now dodge takes longer, like significantly longer, because apparently dodge
still have a ranged one tap.
I don't even know if they have a one. I don't even know if that one taps. Flux grenades one tap. The worst arc grenade in the game, it one taps and it's fast as shit. It's actually so fast that if you put fastball on it, you won't be able to control throwing your grenade. Like it covers distance in a matter of like a second. It'll be across the map.
Damn.
It's fucking fast, dude. But I did not play and use it. I just saw a video on it. But yeah, apparently Hunter's dodge got nerfed, or it's like longer cooldown wise. Matador is back in the game. 1,000-yard stare? I think it's 1,000-yard stairs back in the game.
Stare, yeah.
And Ayas Luna.
Ayas Luna is the probably
Moon.
coolest thing there.
Yeah, Ayas Luna is probably the only one that I actually want.
Yeah.
Gallahorn is like at this point
that's not the Gallahorn. I don't know that nigga.
No, I mean I'm pretty sure it's still got the same thing.
I mean that's that's what we thought. Damage. That's what we thought with Iron Gallahorn, but it's like it just
Iron was the same. It was just fucking cash grab.
It just didn't hit the same, bro. Well, it was also a cash grab.
Because they're like, oh, you can get it in this mission, and it's like you're missing the point.
This ain't Gallahorn, you feel me?
This is Galley.
I didn't come up with this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
This is Galley. Like, y'all niggas brought me Galley. Y'all ain't bringing me fucking Gallahorn, bro.
Exactly.
This is Gallahorn's fucking...
This ain't the one I came up with, bro.
This ain't the one I came up with, bro.
This ain't the day one.
The ornament for Gallahorn, to me, looks like they threw it together and tried to, like, make it all, like, epic as... And I'm just like, this thing sucks. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
Bungie fell off.
It may be. Who knows?
It all started when that nigga left too.
Talking about Deej?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. As soon as Deej dipped, it was down fucking hill, baby.
Either he knew or he was the glue keeping them together.
He might have been the fucking glue. I think that nigga. It might have been both. He knew and he was the glue, bro. He was like, damn, we on a downhill decline.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to keep
y'all
this
acting
up.
Different, bro. I'm out.
He was like, y'all can't keep this shit up.
Deej pulled something, bro. Y'all switched up.
That reminds me, I found this image. I'll put it on screen in the on the podcast, on the video version right now. I'll send it to you. It's a picture I found that Cameron made like 3 years ago. And I found it the other day, and I remembered this shit, and it's still so funny to me.
It's not Deej nuts, is it?
No, but this was him talking to the rest of Bungie.
Oh lordy, hold on. Do I want to see this?
Yeah.
Let me get off GTA real quick.
I'll read it for the audio listeners here in a second.
The homie R2 got big. Wait. R2 got. And a motherfucker switched up on his day once. That nigga in red.
So,
what the fuck?
It's a picture of R2D2 and the red unit. I forget what the red one's name was. But it's a picture of R2D2, and then next to him is a picture of the red unit. And then in big text above the red unit, it says the homie R2 got big. And then under the normal R2D2 unit, it says, and the MF switched up on his day ones. And it's got 3 red question marks in between the 2 images. And that was him talking to the rest of Bungie. He said, y'all got big and switched up on your day ones.
I got big and switched up on your day ones for real.
He kept them together, bro. It had to be. It was either
he had to be.
He probably. It was probably both. You're right. It was probably.
He
both.
knew, and he was the glue. Like I'm like, no, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no
way. He
way.
was like, look, bro. I gotta go.
I said, ain't no way, boy.
Y'all ain't for the people, and the people need me.
For that, I take my bow. I take a bow.
I'm pretty sure he was a Titan man too.
He was.
Fucking.
How y'all let a Titan man come about here and start doing better?
It's just the golden rule. As much as I hate Titans, lore Titans are just different. Lore Titans are just the Master Chief ass niggas.
Lore Titans also piss me off too, but you know we're not gonna talk about that.
That's true.
Not really. I mean, no, not really.
I can't think of any that are really like terrible.
No, they're not terrible. Lore Titans are actually fucking dope.
But it's I'd count him as a lore Titan because he was the Titan that gave us the lore.
Yeah, you're right.
Every week he gave us the lore.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Something about that nigga Deej.
I would love for us to get Clout just so we can get him on. For him to talk about his time, like when he was working with them.
That'd be an interesting perspective.
That'd be so sick.
Although, I feel like if we got big and did that shit, bro, I don't know why I feel like Bungie would be like, no, that nigga switched up on some dumb shit.
Yeah, and then we'd have to ask him. So did they switch up, or were you the one keeping them together?
I mean,
because I would just need the answer.
Oh, to find out who switched up?
Yeah, find out whether he was the glue keeping them together or if he knew they were going downhill.
And just gave up. Just like, nah, fuck.
Yeah, just like I can't, man. But that's unfortunate. You talking about your song earlier reminded me. I did release a song this week that I forgot to talk about. Yeah,
wait, you said a song you released this week?
Yeah, I released a song this week.
I'll bet.
The one that I sent y'all.
Oh, you released that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on YouTube and SoundCloud. It's called Winter.
Yeah, no. See, that one was good. And, bro, I'm gonna tell you this shit, okay? And I know the way that you just said, you already know what the fuck I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I'm tired of you fucking saying you can't write. Like, I'm dead ass kind of just like, all right, nigga. I'm so fucking...
Trust me, you're gonna
like,
hate my
dead ass, bro. I'm not gonna hate it, because I know. I've been known. It's just that you're like, bro, I'm so god awful at writing, and I'm like, if this nigga don't stop with that bullshit.
Okay, I'll explain. I'll elaborate on this. So here's the thing. Before this project, I have never tried to not be the bar guy, okay? Which, to be fair, in the last song I dropped, there were still some bars in there. But I did take a more, I guess, storytelling approach to the last song that I released, which will probably be a trend with this entire next project I'm gonna drop. And I guess I should announce this now because hopefully it'll be out before the end of the year. Do not get your hopes up. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't do that. But hopefully it'll be out before the end of the year. It's going to be called In the Lab. And the whole concept behind this is it's just me messing around with stuff that is out of my element. Hence mad scientist in the lab. Young Kyouma. And so Winter's gonna be on there. Winter is a single from it. I will be dropping another single soon. Don't know exactly when, but soon. Because that's a song that I've been trying to work on, but I've been kind of hoed on that. And so I don't know exactly when I think it's gonna come out. But I think it'll come out before the end of the year. This project, it'll probably be somewhere between 6 and 9 tracks.
Okay.
I do already have another one done as well.
Okay, cool.
And don't expect consistency on this project either. There is no consistency. It, like I said, it's just me testing shit. So like the one that I already have done is like, I'll say this, it's not rap. I'll tell you that. It's not rap.
That's fine.
But yeah, I'll probably, once I finish this one that I've been meaning to work on, but I've been in bed until like really late at night the past 2 days because fucking headache and then stomach ache. On 2 separate occasions. It was strange, but yeah, I'll finish the next one soon, hopefully, and then I'll probably send it to you and Josh before I actually release it. Because I read it. I wrote it all in like a total of like 2 hours. Because I don't know. I had an idea for a track. I want to say like 4-ish days ago. I had an idea. I heard this one beat and I had an idea for a track, and I just started writing like instantly. And I sent this to you and Josh, but the stuff that I like as I started writing, I remembered like a certain thing that somebody said to me. And I was just like, oh yeah, no, this song is this. I'm putting a lot into this one. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a thing out before the end of the year, and that'll be neat. So yeah, there you go. So that's my whole reasoning for why I think, or why I thought that I wasn't good at writing in that way, was because I just had no experience with it. But now that I'm working on this project that's kind of more geared towards that because it's out of my comfort zone, I'm starting to learn that I'm a little bit capable.
Nice. Good shit, bro.
That being said, I don't know. I still might have like 1 or 2 tracks on there that are just like freestyle bullshit that I would normally do, just return to form. But you know, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, the fact that you're branching out like that is good anyway.
Yeah.
Even if you do decide to do some other stuff, like you still took the time to be like, I'm gonna fucking try something else.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
don't undermine that shit.
For sure. And I mean, I only heard good things about Winter, so I'm hopeful that energy will carry over to the next thing I drop, and hopefully the project as a whole. Because you and Josh both said when I sent it, before I even like dropped it, you were both like, this is a song. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after I dropped it, I got messages from fucking Ben and somebody else that like went out of their way to be like, hey, that was good. And I hadn't talked to Ben in like a week or 2 before that, and he just sent me a message and was like, this is good. And I was like, I wasn't even expecting that. Especially you of all people. I would not have expected that from you.
From Ben?
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, he's gonna be real though.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, but it's also just like his style of music is usually just not that flavor, you know?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, and that, speaking of flavor, that reminds me of something he talked about today, but I want to ask him to talk about that one on the podcast. Cause it's a funny story. So I need to talk to him about that, because like I said, he'll be on next episode, and that'll be like Christmas special, and you know, episode 40, the end of season 4. Damn.
What's up?
Oh yeah, this episode kind of celebrates. This is the first episode we've had in December that will have been past the first episode of the podcast we released, meaning it is officially 1 year since we started the podcast.
Nice.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty sick.
I think that shit's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I do too.
It's crazy. It's not crazy, but it's still crazy.
Yeah. It's what's really crazy to me is we've been like, for the most part, pretty consistent with it.
No, we've been consistent as fuck. To me.
Like, I mean, yeah, like even right now there are issues with like
uploading
schedule, but we do get it out. Like,
yeah, we do.
Like it gets out in a reasonable amount of time. So I don't know. Hey, that's good shit though. So, do we wanna hit up tech for the day since Josh isn't here? Or do we want to hit up news first? What are we thinking?
You
know what tech is, because we talked about what I think I'm going to talk about for the tech segment for.
Oh, I mean, I figured that would be more news.
I think it's kind of both, because it does relate to technology.
True.
Not technology that I endorse, but I mean it relates to technology.
Because
the tech segment don't always got to be something good.
I mean, shit. Can I be honest? I think we should just leave that topic for whenever Josh gets back, low key.
Okay, I could agree with that.
And if you want, we could do a game segment.
We could do a game this episode?
Only because this episode's gonna have to be a little bit shorter.
No, 100%.
Have to get up. But
I mean, if we're gonna do a game segment, I don't know.
True, you're kind of right, because it'd just be me and you. Yeah,
and I don't know what we could do that I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have to get the stuff together for and stuff.
True.
I mean,
honestly, yeah, we could probably talk about the news.
No, that's fine. News. So, I'll think about potential game stuff as we're talking. So, news. Let's see. They are dropping the beta for DNF Duel on the 17th.
Whoa, DNF is a thing?
Dungeon Fighter.
Is it called like DNF?
Yeah, it's called DNF Duel.
Huh. Only reason I was asking is because I was reading this webtoon, and the dude in it, he gets his powers from DNF.
Yeah, the Dungeon Fighter. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. I thought that they just made it up for that webtoon, but I guess the fuck not.
No, that's an actual game. It's Dungeon Fighter Online. It's like a weird beat 'em up MMO type thing. It's a Korean game. That's pretty popular and overseas as well. And they're making a fighting game based off of it. ArcSys is making it, it looks really good, and the characters that they have as of right now are pretty interesting looking. They haven't shown all of who will be in the beta, but there's There's Grappler, Inquisitor. I forget the other bitch's name. I think it's Brawler. There's Ranger, there's Berserker, and then there's Hitman is what they've shown so far. Which is unfortunate because a lot of the ones that I want aren't there. But yet. But I mean, it looks really fucking fluid. It looks sick. It's a very cool looking fighting game, and the beta will be out on the 17th, 18th, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 exclusive. So I'll hopefully be testing that out a little bit. Playing that with some people I know. And related to fighting game news, Persona 4 Arena is going to be released on current gen consoles as well as on PC, which, considering it was a PS3 fighting game, it's really nice to see that they're bringing it back. Maybe they'll even update it and add new characters and stuff. Who knows? And again, in fighting game news, they updated the netcode for BlazBlue Crosstag and BlazBlue Central Fiction, which, if you still play Crosstag in the year 2021, I am sorry for your loss.
Wow.
And if you're somebody who's been playing Central Fiction for years, like a decent amount of people have, then congrats, man. You finally got a reason to play now. I'm personally not a BlazBlue player. I'm not gonna hold you, especially not Crosstag, because Crosstag is one of God's disgraces to this earth. But I mean, for people that like it, there you go. There is something else. Oh yeah. Still a fighting game news, but meme news more or less, is the fact that social media got fucking tricked as a whole by a fake article that somebody made of so the Nickelodeon Smash Bros thing, that game, All-Star Brawl I think it's called. They had a free DLC that added Garfield as a character to the game, which is funny to me only because the Garfield cartoon was on Cartoon Network, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, can y'all even do that?
But somebody made a fake article that said that Garfield literally could not be selected as a playable character on Mondays, and people thought it was real. And I think the fact that people believed that was hilarious. So yeah, it was... Also, they added them. I mean, it's a free DLC for a fighting game, which doesn't ever fucking happen. So, you know, that's sick.
We take those. We take what we
do take those. We take what we get. Fuck, man. And like I said earlier, Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy being released on Epic. Game Awards happened. I didn't watch them. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Dude, okay, you didn't do that shit either?
I couldn't give a fuck less.
Dude, okay, I'll be honest. I'm actually kind of happy that you've said that, because it makes me feel like I'm not the only motherfucker losing interest in all the shit. Like in all the BS where it's just like, do I even want to? I don't.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and it's just like, bullshit. do I even want to at this point? Like,
I mean, they peaked. The only time they peaked was like they always dick suck Hideo Kojima too much, but like last year.
Is that what happened again?
I don't know if it happened again, but there was whatever year it was that Konami kicked him and they gave him his flowers for it. It's like, okay, that was the best thing y'all did probably. Fucking, what else happened? I do know a lot of people have been mad because Fortnite didn't win best ongoing like updated game.
Let me guess, fucking Minecraft, nigga?
Nope. Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes more sense.
Which I'm fine with, although they need to fix their fucking servers, but that's just Japanese developers, you know, they don't know how to do server maintenance. Well, it happens. Yeah, next the next character for Guilty Gear was announced. Guilty Gear Strive. It's a lot of fighting game shit. Guilty Gear Strive is getting Baiken, which I played Baiken in Xrd, so I'm happy for. but also kind of pissed off about because there are 2 characters I want as DLC and they're not going to get in because I know that the last character is Jim because of the leaks. I know, I get it. But god damn it. I just want to play as Bridget in Testament, aka Mix Up Michael, aka Cross Up Kruger, aka Fuck 'em Up Freddy. But that's just how it is.
Cross 'em up Kruger, aka Fuck 'em Up Freddy.
That's just Testament. That's just Testament. That call him Don't Test Me Testament. I'm trying to think what else in news. That's about all I can think. Oh yeah, the Halo Infinite campaign dropped, and I hear it's pretty good. Although the beginning is a little bit slow. Yeah, I hear it's good, but a lot of people don't like the beginning because New Cortana is really annoying at the beginning of the game. But
New Cortana.
Yeah.
Is it picking up after anything, or is this just like
the Cortana got wiped before Infinite happened, so they created like a new version of her because she since Infinite's out, I can say this, but Halo 5 spoilers, I suppose. She gets wiped after the events of Halo 5 and the deals with all the higher beings they were dealing with and shit. So in order to save such and such whatever, I'm trying to be vague about it, she ends up getting wiped. And it's like a huge moment for Master Chief.
Rip. So there's New Cortana.
There's New Cortana. She's a little bit annoying at the beginning, and then she ends up getting good. Well, not good, but she ends up being like a not as annoying character. Oh, just got update on the DNF Duel. They just announced they dropped the video for the trailer for another character that will be playable during the beta, Dragon Knight. So there you go.
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, I mean, what other news do I have, man? That's a lot of, that was a rapid fire round. That's a lot of shit.
Skyrim got updated for no apparent reason. I mean, there's probably a reason, but
what got updated?
Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim, yeah.
I ain't talking about anniversary. I'm talking about Anniversary Edition got an update. Another.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Do you know what for or no?
Dude, it was 25 megs. I haven't even downloaded it at this point.
Fuck?
Exactly. I'm just like, bruh. What is this?
What'd y'all do? Y'all had fishing too or something?
I forgot that was even in the game.
It's dog shit.
I honestly forgot that jump was in the game, bro.
Bro, it's like a button press. It's not Yakuza 3's fishing, that's for damn sure. Which is one of the best things about Yakuza 3, other than the story. Because as much of a fan as I am of Yakuza, Yakuza 3's combat, as opposed to the rest of the series, not good. That's just unfortunate. What other news do we have to Oh, I know what other news we have to talk about.
What's up?
So in the episode of the podcast that y'all didn't get to hear, I know I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't get to delve into what I was originally going to talk about. Y'all didn't get to hear because it got corrupted and Ray showed his head again. We talked about live action adaptations for the most part. And in this episode, there's an update to what we were talking about. The Cowboy Bebop live action series got canned. It is gone.
Oh yeah, no, that shit got eclipsed.
That shit got demolished because Netflix said, outcry is bad. We should get rid of it.
I mean,
I can't speak for how it performed. I know there were a lot of angry weebs.
If only y'all had been able to actually see episode 36. Because, like, we talked about the creative direction of these freaking adaptations. My sister, so tell me how, okay, we were on Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
For like 5 seconds, my mom was scrolling. She was trying to find something. I forgot what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I was like, oh yeah, nah, freaking Bebop got canceled. And my sister was like, of course it got canceled because it's trash. And I said, yeah, I know that. You ain't got to tell me.
You ain't got to
and
tell
then
me.
we're scrolling and she sees the Full Metal live action.
Yeah.
And she's like, they have a Full Metal. I said, don't even get started on that shit. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And she was like, well, what's wrong? I said, dude, I was like, ever since they made Ghost in the Shell a movie and they fucked that one up, I was like, everything from this point onward.
That was Hollywood fucking it up. So something I found out about Netflix recently, and this probably had a hand with Cowboy Bebop, and sorry to cut you off.
No, you're sure.
So apparently Netflix takes over. If Netflix doesn't like what you're doing, they just take control of the project. They strong arm you.
Yeah, they always do. That's what they're going to do with Avatar, and that's why I said Avatar's going to end up being ass. That's
interesting, because I feel like that might be like part of the problem with the Netflix Cowboy Bebop then.
It's because they're like, well, we think it should be this, and it's like, nigga, who are you trying to appeal to? Do you want, and like, I feel like it always just goes back to our original argument of like, who are you trying to get? Niggas who know Bebop, or niggas who don't know Bebop to get into Bebop? But if you're trying to get people who don't know Cowboy Bebop to get into Cowboy Bebop, you should probably make it closer to the source material.
Yeah.
And if you're just doing it to be like, hey, we feel like this would make us some money, then like that's probably where you're going wrong.
Yeah. And well, another thing that and I've seen very little of the Cowboy Bebop live action series. I've seen like a clip here and there, and you know, people talking about it or whatever. But from what I can tell, because it's Netflix taking over, a lot of the undertones of the show aren't there. You know, the whole...
I remember whenever you said that they were calling it a comedy.
Yeah, so it's
like, okay,
it's a comedy action series. It might be an action comedy series. I don't know. Either way, those are like the two things that it relies on. And so like a lot of the messages about corporate takeover and stuff like that aren't present. You know, like the ever looming threat of, you know, the galaxy expansion in the series or whatever the fuck, right? Because like you go to Mars and it's like Mars was like just the slums, right? Like Mars was all the corporate waste from wherever the fuck just headed towards most of Mars. And so it's like a lot of those kinds of messages, and the messages of like inescapable pasts and people being like, you know, so on and so forth. Like a lot of that just isn't there because you have this fucking mega corporation taking control of the series. And because of that, a lot of the nuance is lost. Which is kind of cringe.
And I feel like that's whenever the original, I think me and Quay talked about this, and I'm not sure if he still was going to give it a chance or not, but me and Quay talked about the Avatar one. And I was like, dog, the original creators of Avatar were in on the project, and then they were kicked out because of creative direction differences. And I was like, no offense, but like, that's pretty big of a deal, because it means that you don't know where the fuck your show's going. You have two different ideas as to where this thing is gonna go. And like me personally, bro, when you start going away from the source material for too long, it's like, this shit has lost everything that it was.
I agree.
And, you know,
I agree.
It just be like that, I guess. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, speaking of Cowboy Bebop, also I believe this is the case. I don't know if it's the writer or the script writer, but one of those two positions. I'll look it up right now. It is unfortunate news.
The writer, the script writer for Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop, the actual like series. Yeah, the anime. Scriptwriter Keiko Nobumoto passes away at 57. Unfortunate.
Dang.
Also, wrote the script for Space Dandy and Samurai Champloo.
Rip.
So, that is unfortunate.
Damn.
So, Cowboy Bebop. If you're a Cowboy Bebop fan, it's not a good time for you, G. That's unfortunate.
But man, Samurai Champloo, freaking Space Dandy, and Bebop all had the same freaking screenwriter.
Yeah, I believe that might also extend to Terror and Resonance as well, because I know that the same director for Cowboy Bebop directed Terror and Resonance. So, which, have you ever seen Terror and Resonance?
Mm-mm.
It's I think you'd find it interesting. It's about the two main characters are like domestic terrorists with a message that isn't really elaborated on until like the show starts picking up, and it results in like the past of like how they came to be. It's all like it's pretty sick. I can't really explain it to you because it kind of spoils it. It's a very minimalist show though. In the sense of like it's like they're doing these big acts and these big like, you know, these huge displays of like force and stuff, but it's very subdued. And they also like go out of their way to make sure that there are no casualties. Like that is something that they try to do. It's like purely for the sake of their goal, not for the actual pain inflicted on others. So it's an interesting show. I liked it a lot. I haven't watched it in some time, but I liked it a lot. That and one of the main characters kind of. Anyways, great show though. Great show. great show. That's all I got related to that. Like shit, man.
I mean, I understand. Shit. How long?
Man, I don't want to turn this into talking about live action series again. Yeah.
How far are we in?
We are we are an hour and 7 minutes in. Yeah. This is what happens when we don't have Josh here.
I don't even think it's that we don't have dude. It's just like it's just been one of those.
It's also one of the it's one of them fucking days.
It's just one of them days.
It's one of them fucking days.
It's different. I mean,
but I'm gonna stay. You know, I'm fine with staying here for like another 20 or so. I think that's not too bad.
I don't think it's either, but I'll probably have to go soon.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's
just
fair.
Because like 5 o'clock.
5 in the morning, by the way.
Well, at least we got some sort of lesson, like, bro. Weekday podcast recordings is like
not the move.
Maybe not the best move.
And this is another issue you're gonna have with the Christmas episode as well. Probably, we'll probably have to record a little bit earlier, I guess. The Christmas one, maybe at like 7 instead of 8.
Nah, that's different. That's different because I'm off that day.
Oh.
Like having to go to work, come home, try and get other shit done, then record is hell. Versus like it just be a Sunday, we're just recording, boom, then I just go to work.
Yeah,
but I didn't go to work, come home, and then you know what I mean? Like there's just extra shit.
You've got more energy. You get more energy.
Yeah, there's extra stuff at work.
That makes sense.
You got anything else you want to add?
I was gonna say that I fucking lost my train of thought. Give me a sec. Hold up. It's still there somewhere. I know it is.
Alright, bro. So I'm looking at like Bebop, right?
Uh-huh.
No disrespect.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the costumes were straight, like for the most part.
They fucked that up. They fucked that up.
And then it's like, as I look at like comparison wise, I'm like, why did y'all niggas do the cosplay shit?
Yeah, I agree.
I think Spikes is the closest we're gonna.
I was gonna say Spikes isn't that bad.
He's actually pretty good.
Spikes is pretty decent. Oh, I do know. So what I do know about the Cowboy Bebop live action is they kind of changed some of the backstories, and that also fucked with things. So like, apparently, Vicious, for example, instead of being this like underlying threat that just existed and wasn't even there half the time, it was just like a passive threat. Apparently, Vicious was there like a lot for no reason. Apparently, instead of Jet leaving the police because the entire unit was corrupt and that made him want to be like, no, I don't want to be part of this. Apparently it was just his partner, and so him leaving doesn't really make sense because it's just like, okay, then just like find somebody else. Apparently Ed is just goofy now. Ed is no longer hyper intelligent. Ed and Nine are no longer like these hyper intelligent beings. They're funny haha men.
I mean, that comedy, bro.
And apparently Faye is like just a girl, which gotta love that.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, they kind of...
Oh, you talking about like neutered her character?
Yeah, neutered her character and just had her there because, well, we need a female lead. Instead of just keeping the character. Because boomer corporate...
I want to know if it's work.
Creators.
I want to know if it's work.
What do you mean?
Like, is it extra? Is it actually that extra to, like, write characters?
That's... I guess.
I just want to know, because I'm like, okay, like, do we just always give up? Like, is it just that hard? Like maybe I'm just like not.
Action, it don't matter, brother. We just put some fights in there, some niggas shooting guns, some shit explodes, we're chilling.
I feel like everybody turned into fucking Michael Bay with this shit. That's no disrespect to Michael Bay. Because that nigga can still, he can still. No, don't get me wrong. He can still direct, and he got characters. But like, I feel like they took the explosions aspect of a Michael Bay movie, and we're like, this is
action, and we're like, this is movies.
Yeah, like this is all we need. How many things are blowing up? All of them. Yes.
It's like everybody saw Michael Bay do well, and we're like,
everyone saw Transformers 2 and was like,
yeah. They saw that the same way that every, like, mangaka saw Dragon Ball and said, we're taking that.
Yeah, for real. Nigga gets pissed. Power surges up around him. The same way that Dragon Ball saw fucking Yu Yu Hakusho and was like, yo.
Yeah.
I'm getting that shit.
I still am, like, man, I say this every time. If you're gonna make a manga, this is to all aspiring writers, especially those that want to get into comics or manga, whatever. Please, for the love of God,
please write your characters.
You can do some of the Dragon Ball shit. Some of it's tried and true, some of it's classics, okay? Even for genres outside of Shonen, okay? You can learn from Dragon Ball. You can learn the art of writing character moments. You can learn how to write good character moments from Dragon Ball.
I never thought I'd actually hear you say you can learn from Dragon Ball. I'm not gonna hold you.
Dragon Ball has some of the best character moments in manga.
Oh yeah,
not great characters, but great character moments, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But like, just don't look at Dragon Ball as a template, please.
As a what? A template?
A template. Please do not. Please. Look at Dragon Ball. Look at Fist of the North Star. Just for anybody getting into any sort of writing, Fist of the North Star is a genre bender. It's a pioneer, and it'll teach you a lot. Look at Kaneko, man. Literally created a genre, started all the shonen tropes, and does them possibly the best. But like, don't just look at Dragon Ball. Do not just look at Dragon Ball, man. You know what happens to people that just look at Dragon Ball? Look at My Hero Academia. Look at that and tell me you wanna do that? Do you wanna do that to yourself? All creativity gone after 2 arcs?
Warning. My Hero Academia spoilers ahead. Warning. Well, it's not really like anyone gives a shit, but you know, I gotta do it for a disclaimer anyway. You have been warned.
Because you write yourself into a corner? The traitor is a character you didn't even build? Do you want to do that?
No way.
Oh, spoilers! I'll cut this out, actually.
Hold on,
hold on.
Wait, let me guess.
Yeah, you got 3 guesses.
Let me guess. Let me set it to you.
Okay. You got 3 guesses. No.
It wasn't? Wait, is that his name?
Hold on. Let me.
I'm
looking that up right now.
This nigga.
Yes.
I knew it was fucking him.
Yes.
Because I'm like, this is the only sus nigga in the whole class, and nobody knows shit about this nigga. But my thing is, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's the traitor. Does it matter?
Probably not.
So then
they gave him one character moment. Why do I care? They gave him one character moment, and it wasn't even good, but they gave him one character moment where he saves everybody during the fucking test. And then it's just like, oh, we like this guy now, I guess.
That sounds cop out.
Remember when everybody swore Bakugo would be evil? I remember.
I don't think Bakugo is going to be evil.
I don't think Bakugo will ever be evil.
I don't think he'd ever be evil because that would mean he'd lose.
That, and he does, I will admit, one of my favorite scenes in that show is a Bakugo scene. And it's the scene where he gets fucking kidnapped. And they're like, we want you to join us. We've seen how you act on the screen. And he goes, oh, you want me to join you? And they go, yeah. And he goes, so that means you need me alive. And they go, yeah. And he goes, oh, that's cool.
If I kill all y'all niggas right now,
then you can't do anything
about it. You can't do shit about it. They was like, you see, that's not really what we was talking about. I'm being honest with you.
And then he gave him the hands. It wasn't even like he wasn't prepared. It's like, no, that was the main villains.
As soon as he was like, so you mean tell me y'all niggas can't touch me? Yeah, pretty. I'm like, damn.
Those were the main villains, and he was giving them the hands. It wasn't like a one-sided thing. It was like, no, he was beating the shit out of them. And that, I'll admit it. That was a great scene. And that's just because Bakugo's one of the only characters in the show. So that's just the unfortunate cookie crumbling right there. But yeah, just you can look at Dragon Ball for inspiration, but don't use it as a template. And please don't let it be the only source of inspiration.
If you're going to use it as a template, you have to use Farm with a Shotgun type shit.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you this. Use Dragon Ball. Use, like, base Dragon Ball and, like, early Dragon Ball Z as a template for comedy in your story. Because Dragon Ball and, like, early Dragon Ball Z were, like, good shonen comedy. It managed to turn, like certain moments into like something goofy rather than super serious. It subverted expectations. Like this farmer with the shotgun shit, like that's funny.
I tried to explain farmer with a shotgun to this nigga at work, and he didn't know about him. I was like, damn.
He don't know about him.
No, he didn't know about farmer with a shotgun.
That's so tough, man.
A lot of people apparently don't know about farmer with a shotgun, which I'm like, also, bro, it's like the only nigga that matters.
Series, I feel like this is gonna be a bold claim, okay? Series necessary to read if you plan on creating a story. Gintama.
Necessary to read if you plan on creating a story, like period.
Yes. Because I feel like Gintama has so much to offer in terms of like how it handles things.
You honestly probably right. I'm not gonna hold you.
Because the way that Gintama handles everything, there is something to be learned there. It handles everything so well, and it's a fucking parody. And so it can take concepts that other things do, and then do it in their own way as well.
I think the thing about Gintama that I feel like they do a little bit too well, not necessarily actually too well, but like they do it a little bit too well, is because it's a parody and it's so comedic.
Yep.
When there are serious moments, they do it so well that you're like you're kind of sitting there like, dude, if this show was actually fucking serious,
yeah,
this would be dangerous.
That's like one of those what if Bleach was written by Kubo type things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and not his fucking editor.
Yeah, that shit might have been racism, low key.
I saw this freaking thing, and it was you know that song "Crunk Ain't Dead"?
Yes.
It was like Bleach. It was like Bleach was the nigga on the ground, and it said Kubo, and he said, yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, that nigga really revived the goddamn series from the fucking
they
bring.
dropped the trailer for it, didn't they?
No, that was freaking for fucking full bring.
Oh yeah,
which is,
okay.
Oh my god.
That's tough.
I was like, damn, I was expecting 1,000 Year Blood War, but all right, I guess. And I think it was DVD too. Like it was just, I don't even know. But as soon as he was like, your full bring is, I was like, god damn it. It's like,
but
nah, full bringer.
That's Gintama is, I feel like if you plan on making any kind of story, like I said, comic, manga,
Gintama long as hell though?
It is, but because of the nature of it being a parody series, it's easy to get into.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's not there is like stuff that builds up to plot moments in other arcs, but there's not a consistent plot, you know. So like you don't even necessarily have to read everything. But I mean, if it's not that hard to read everything, it's like what 20-30 panel page chapters. It's a show.
You know what I feel like is missing from good shonen endings? We need to get someone to write. We need to get someone to make a shonen anime or manga who has played every Kingdom Hearts game and understands it.
Yes. Yeah.
Only then will we break the curse.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because I feel like at that point, if you can make sense of something, no offense, Nomura, as convoluted as Kingdom Hearts, bro. You can come back from the depths.
I want to raise this super soldier story writer just from a young age. Make this nigga only look at the most convoluted shit. Just watches One Piece, plays Kingdom Hearts.
Dude, I don't even feel like One Piece is that fucking convoluted because One Piece makes sense.
Plays fucking
Kingdom Hearts niggas have
Legend
played.
of Zelda, like.
But see, those make sense, bro. Kingdom Hearts niggas, Nomura doesn't even fucking know what the hell's going on with this shit, dog.
Payday is like live action Kingdom Hearts.
I feel like Nomura doesn't even know what's going on.
He doesn't.
Like I think he's got to be just running it as it's going.
For sure, 100%. But I just want to get these niggas. I want to just raise this super soldier.
Super soldier rider.
Meant to make stories. Just meant to make stories. He's just a huge Legend of Zelda, Kingdom Hearts, Payday, Guilty Gear, fucking One Piece, fucking Kinnikuman, Gintama fan. Okay, fucking just let him thrive. You know what I mean? Just put him to work.
Bro, you remember whenever niggas used to say "stay frosty"?
Yeah.
Is that shit still cool?
I thought that was just a military thing.
I didn't even know. Is that what that was?
I think that's a military thing.
Only reason that makes sense is because I know COD niggas used to say that shit.
COD niggas used to say that a lot.
But COD niggas think they're in the military, so that makes more sense.
COD niggas do think they're in the military.
Fun fact. If you ever play COD with a military nigga, they're actually not okay at playing that game. They're too busted because they know actual combat tactics. So while niggas are running around, they're like breaching places successfully.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary because I'm like, excuse me, bro, this is a game. And he's like, nah, whenever we do it. Okay. Well.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, all right then. Never mind.
I didn't say all that.
But you got anything else?
Nothing in particular I can really think of.
Oh, Urza should have died.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
No, I actually didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Urza should have died.
Oh, I agree. Urza should have died. Mirio should have died.
Yeah. I was talking to a nigga about that shit earlier today, but that's a whole nother fucking topic, dog.
Every time you say I was talking to a nigga about this, you always bring up the fact that they said the most whack shit of all time.
Nah, like you talking about? No. It's pretty much the same guy. But he hasn't said anything. He didn't say anything whack. We were talking about Attack on Titan, and he was like, okay. I kind of want to know. And I was like, do you actually want to know?
You don't want to know.
And he was like, yeah, just tell me. So I fucking told him. And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yep.
This is the life we lead, comrade.
This is a shonen. Congratulations.
This is how it is.
And I was like, if you ever want to see one that's like more fucked up than One Piece, then Attack on Titan. Like, I'm like, if you ever want to see one that you're just like, bro, huh? There's only one that I can think of that actually trumps this, and it is fucking Fairy Tail. To me, I don't care what anyone says. Like, people can always be like, bro, Naruto cop out, this, that. Nah, bro. Fairy Tail was the epitome of a
where'd a hand come from?
Fuck. You said what?
Where'd a hand come from?
What you mean?
Where'd a hand come from?
We talking about Fairy Tail or Attack on Titan?
Fairy Tail. Where'd a hand come from?
Bro, that's not even bro.
You thought about it.
Nah, it's just that it's like that's not even like that's like one of them. Like that whole last arc, I'm like, huh? Like it just got huh after huh after huh. Like it was just like
through time, Dragon Ball.
Nah, bro. Nah, that ain't even the worst part. It's like, okay, so after all that,
no.
So we able to one tap now just because.
Yeah.
Because one tap.
And then she lived too.
Nah, she should have been dead.
And then at the end,
one tap.
That nigga said no.
Yeah. Nah, he didn't say no. He said nah. I was like, the fuck?
I like how you take note that is two entirely different meanings.
He didn't say no. See, he didn't.
He said nah.
See, now, even if he would have been like, no, that would have hit more, because it's like, damn, that nigga really just said fuck your shit. But nah, he really hit you with a nah. I'm like, the fuck? What is this? Who is this nigga? Turn it into Joe Cool or some shit? What the fuck?
What's even the point?
What he said, like nah for me or something like that. I'm like, okay, nigga, like turning down drugs. What the fuck? I'm like,
you joined the DARE program at school.
Fucking DARE, like, nah, I'm good. Really, nigga? That's the line.
You killed like 80 people for this.
You hit him with a nah, I'm good. That's your line.
Nigga hit him with a nah, I'm good. You've literally killed people.
Like, bro.
People have literally died because of this.
Did they?
And you just say nah.
But did they? Did they though? Because it's fucking Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail be spamming power friendship more than fucking Dragon Ball spams.
No, but he did kill niggas. He did kill people.
He did, and then he got one tapped. Make it make fucking sense, dog. We need to go.
We gotta go. We talking too much.
Let us know if you did enjoy this convoluted masterpiece, Monday masterpiece right here.
Yeah, the Monday convoluted masterpiece. Let us know what your favorite convoluted story is.
Let us know if you think the Shonen is just cursed. You know, let us know.
I seen that we passed the 40 subscriber threshold. I saw it. We're at like 41 right now.
I promise you, we're gonna get Josh back 1 and 2. I will have more energy for the next episode.
Yeah.
The Monday masterpiece, bro.
Yeah. With that being said, I mean, check out everything: Instagram, TikTok. Apparently, I think that nigga puts this stuff on Facebook. I'm not 100% certain. We post shorts right here on the YouTube channel. So anybody that's listening, so anybody that's listening on the, other audio platforms, Google, Apple, Spotify, just go to YouTube.
Also,
to Hunter Vanguard, check out the shorts, whatever.
You see, I'm looking at Josh's subscriber count, and he's at 604. So what the fuck it take y'all niggas so long to get that man to 600? But you know what? We just gonna leave it because, that's straight. If you haven't subscribed him already, I was wondering. I was wondering if I gotta, go get the homies.
Not the homies.
Cause I'm kind of still trying to figure out in my brain, like, maybe I'm just not saying it right. Maybe I'm just not speaking correctly. Maybe I'm not fluent enough. Or I don't
gotta get a few eloquently of our boys together.
Say my words, but I might have to go and stop off at the homies, because the
homies.
Next stop is 1,000, and if we get to 900s and y'all start acting a little funny, might have to go take it to the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying, we got niggas from Florida, dog.
Hey, we got niggas in zip codes. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Josh Craft, bro, go ahead and hit that shit up.
Y'all don't want to deal with no Florida niggas. I'll tell y'all that right now.
I don't want to deal with no Florida niggas.
We know some.
I don't even know if I want to enlist their help, because that shit's just gonna get us all killed.
You probably know who I'm talking about too. Got a nigga straight from Miami.
Oh my god. We got another nigga in Orlando too.
We're gonna get in Orlando right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a bit wild before he went to Florida, though. I can only imagine how his powers have grown.
Oh yeah,
being cultivated there.
Imagine if that nigga was light skinned.
Oh my god,
that's a different argument. All right,
I don't ever say some shit like that to me.
He exists in the universe. Just know.
He's like Galactus. He's like the
somewhere in the universe, nigga exists, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not trying to have that shit.
All right. With that being said, maybe either of us will do something with music at some point. Who fucking knows anymore?
And I'm working. This shit takes time.
Same, man. Look, man.
Okay, now you understand why whenever people, bro, where the song at, nigga. I'm trying down here.
It happens, man.
Shit is hard.
But yeah, I'll see y'all later.